This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
Well, g'day there, podcaster.
I said this morning this was my favourite show of the year.
Yeah, and then Belle went,
You gasped like that was a crazy thing to say. But
Yeah.
like, we've only done
8 shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like I wasn't really present for a lot of
You
the
did
show.
you had a bum related issue today,
I
which
had the runs.
we can touch on that in the off air podcast.
Oh, okay.
If you're comfortable talking about that other.
Is there more to talk about with it?
Well, there was that other thing that you revealed, but maybe that's a private thing. That's a private. That's a private thing. Cool. No, just good to know. Good to know. I'll stop talking about it. But look, it's a really fun show today.
It might come up in the office.
It may.
Don't.
But I got to say, one of my favourite things is the brand new segment, which is the second thing you'll hear. It's called What You Doing at the Courthouse.
Enjoy. How's this story this morning? Footy legend Stevie J, Steve Johnson, of course, has gone to hospital with life-threatening injury following a freak accident involving a knife.
So he's okay?
Well, I think he's okay, yeah, but I think he's in hospital from a severe injury. So according to News Corp, the former superstar on Monday night went to the hospital after he suffered a wound to his stomach when a knife in a bag he was carrying punctured his abdomen. Apparently he was at home opening the gate to his house. The knife made contact with the gate and then pierced the bag and subsequently into his stomach.
Why are you carrying a knife around?
Well, it does feel a bit fishy, doesn't it? It sort of feels like if you were the police and you came in with like, I've been stabbed in the guts. You're like, yeah, I just had this. I went knife shopping and I had it in my bag and I opened the gate into myself.
I don't know if I believe this story.
No, to me it's like if you have a hickey and you go, I fell and hit my neck on the tap. It's
Landed
like,
on a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's just in my bag and it slipped through.
Like I've been alive now for 30 years and I've never once even come close to putting a knife in a bag. And a plastic one at that. Like if you had a knife, it would probably be in a set in some sort of, packaging.
Yeah.
Or if you were coming home with a knife for some reason, I feel like you'd be holding it. You wouldn't have it in a plastic bag.
Let's just say, benefit of the doubt. Maybe Stevie J, and we hope he recovers quick, but maybe he's sitting there with the knife worm to his abdomen going, this is going to look pretty sus. No one's going to believe me because sometimes things like freak accidents do happen and they might sound pretty unbelievable. He's probably thinking, geez, I've got to recover from this injury. That's first things first. Then I'm going to have to try and explain to the medics, the police, the media, what actually happened. And what happened is I just had a knife in a bag and I opened a gate into the knife bag and it stabbed me.
Because it seems like if you're a kid, right, and your dog actually ate your homework, like it actually did.
That actually
happened. And then you have to try and go, now I know this sounds made up, but it's actually true.
If you had a freak accident that actually was true, that's it does suck because yes, it's going to sound like a fake excuse.
Yeah, we could do 13, 24, 10, unbelievable story that turned out to be true. Like if you have a story that when you tell people, they just don't believe it.
They're just like, no, that didn't happen.
But then you're like, no, that actually happened. I would love to hear those stories.
And to be honest, that's where the best stories are. Elizabeth in Warren died. Something happened to you that is so unbelievable, but it actually happened.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I've got a really noticeable scar in my eyebrow, and the way it happened when I was younger, I was at a party, and the person who held the party had homebrew in long neck, and I was trying to get the bottle top off with a screwdriver and stabbed myself in the eyebrow with the screwdriver.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
And it looks so cool when people open bottles with stuff like easily, like they just kick it with their shoe. But if you're trying to do it and you stab yourself in the face with a screwdriver, it's not very cool.
Thing is, though, Elizabeth, I do believe you.
I believe that. It's more believable, for sure. Mark joins us now. What unbelievable thing actually happened to you?
I got bitten on the left butt cheek by a crocodile.
Whoa. Okay, well now we're talking. That I already don't believe you until I get more details.
Well, I was at a mate's place and we were moving around these snake cages and everything else, and he had a spa-like area with a crocodile in it, a little saltwater crocodile about 3 foot. And,
in a spa.
And as I've grabbed hold of the fish tank and we're moving past this spa, the crocodile came out of nowhere and grabbed me on my butt cheek. tore my jeans and I had to go to hospital and get about 12 stitches. And trying to tell the nurses that I've got bitten by a crocodile in Victoria.
Yeah.
Was a bit weird. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think, Mark, it's going to happen when you unfortunately keep a beautiful creature in a spa.
You know what's crazy, Mark? Literally last week we were talking about the stats of animal bites in Victoria.
Oh my God, we were.
And the top of the list was dogs, then it was horses, then it was cats, and we went down the list. And at the very, very bottom of the list, there was about 50 animals, and the very bottom was crocodile, and there was 5 reported crocodile bites in the last 4 years. And we were laughing, saying, who's been bitten by a crocodile in Victoria?
right.
You're one of the
Mark,
5, Mark.
you're one of the 5. I cannot. That is so true. We were sort of throwing that out there, like, oh, how could that happen? But now we know it's if you have a crocodile on a spa.
What a small world.
Wendy in Ringwood. I mean, surely it's not more unbelievable than a crocodile biting you on the ass.
Wendy in
Wendy.
Ringwood. No, we don't have Wendy.
No, let's
Bit of a
keep trying. Earth to Wendy.
Wendy's hot dogs.
Wendy. Shake and dog deal.
No, Wendy's not there.
Wendy.
I can hear her phone line humming, so I know she's there, but she's obviously busy.
You doing a bit, Wendy? You
I
actually
think
there?
she's bailed. She heard the great crocodile story.
Yeah,
and
she thought I
"Not gonna
can't
top
follow that.
Could you imagine if Wendy's actually there, but she's got stage fright? She's like,
Lara, you've got one of these. Tell us what happened.
About 30 years ago, an unbelievable story happened. Basically, 4 teenagers were in a car travelling along, coming back from a party, and they had an accident and they hit a tree. Sadly, 2 people actually passed away instantly. My brother-in-law, he ended up with a broken leg and pins in his leg sitting behind the passenger.
Yeah.
But the other passenger smashed through the front window of the vehicle, rolled and landed on his feet about 30 metres away from the vehicle. And when the police come, they absolutely refused to believe that he was in the car because he had little to no injury.
Oh my God! So
no way.
So he went through the windscreen and landed on his feet, essentially.
Basically, yeah, he rolled and landed on his feet. And the only reason why the police believed him is from the other passenger that was still in the car. So trapped in the car.
That is, I mean, obviously a horrible story, but I mean, you wouldn't think, if you weren't saying that, and you're right, the other passenger is the key part of that you go, okay, well, if this person's unharmed, how did that happen?
But also, why would you lie about that? Why would you say,
if you've just been in that horrible situation, you're not going to...
Oh,
That's a
awful.
wild one,
I mean,
Lara.
that's unbelievable. That's exactly what we're looking for, Lara. My God, these are amazing. Damien in Surrey Hills, what's your unbelievable story?
Morning, guys. Great show as always.
Oh, thanks, Damien.
So this one's about my brother-in-law, actually. So his dad had a previous marriage, and there was a son of that previous marriage who my brother-in-law knew existed, but never met, and they could never find him because the mother had moved on and lost contact and all that sort of thing. Anyway, fast forward about 25 years, and he's doing a financial services degree at a fairly niche university. He's out drinking with a bunch of mates, and they all start sharing stories of their lives. And my brother-in-law opens up about this story that he's got a long-lost brother.
Yeah.
Another bloke in the group says, that's I've got the same story. They started swapping details and realised it was each other.
Oh,
that is that's like something you see in a movie. Like,
It really is, and they are super tight. Like, you know, the other brother comes to family events. It's as if they never lost any time, and the family's just completely reconnected. It's an amazing story.
That's like
and
a little
nice
bit goosebumpy. That
is.
story.
That is crazy. That's like that. I've not actually watched it, but I've heard it's good. There's that Netflix documentary about the experiment they did with the triplets. You know that one?
No.
So there's this mother who couldn't care for these kids. She had triplets.
Yeah.
And so this scientist or psychologist went to the adoption place and decided to give the 3 triplets to different families. It was like a really well-to-do family, a middle sort of class family, like a blue-collar sort of family, and then just to see how these identical twins would grow up in different class systems. And they didn't know about each other.
And then did the triplets get reunited?
So the twins were like, oh my God, they were like, hey, you look like this guy and you look like this guy.
Yeah.
And they ended in their college years.
Yeah.
And so then they made the news of like, oh my God, long lost twins. And
Yeah.
then this other triplet was watching the news going, what the hell? I look like those guys. And then they worked
I've
out.
heard of that.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, you probably don't need to watch the documentary now. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
but
not.
are they all similar?
They all
like,
look the exact same.
No,
I
but
think,
like because of their upbringings, though, are they?
yeah, I think weirdly they all had very different upbringings.
I feel
but
like
they
the scientist
were sort of.
that conducted that study, though, has some sort of duty of care.
Totally.
That when they get to the age of 18 or 25 or
Yeah.
whatever, to go tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, just so you know,
I
you
reckon
have two brothers.
It was like the 40s. There's some weird stuff happening
Yeah,
back
true.
then.
All right, Damien.
Wasn't a great time.
That is a great story. Let's go one more. We tried to go to Wendy in Ringwood before. She wasn't there. I believe we have you now, Wendy. Are you there? Hey. Wendy, all right, hit us with your... No, you're okay. Hit us with your unbelievable story.
Well, when I was about 5 in the 60s, I was playing in the backyard and I ran into my parents really excited because I saw a trunk coming over from the back paddock. And I ran into my parents and I said, there's an elephant in the back paddock. And they said, oh, don't be silly, that's your imagination again.
Yeah.
In fact, the circus had come to Ringwood. And some might say the circus is still in Ringwood because although my family home's been torn down, the back paddock is now the car park to the magistrate's court.
Oh, a bit of a gag at the end there. That's but just going back to the original story, Wendy. Your backyard.
I appreciated the gag,
Yeah.
Wendy, but yeah, the story was so incredible that we
Wendy.
sort of just brushed past that bit.
You
so-
burnt past the unbelievable part about
Was
the
there an
elephant.
elephant?
There was actually an elephant in your backyard, and you were correct.
There was.
Oh
There
my
was.
god!
So was it just, it was on the loose? Like
My parents.
they lost the elephant,
out.
or?
Pardon?
No, it was just the circus was set up behind her
Oh,
house.
I get you.
Oh,
I
so
get
it wasn't
you.
on the loose.
Yeah, it was just there getting ready to perform, and then you saw a trunk, and you're like, "Oh my god, there's an elephant!" And then your parents
Mum,
were like,
Dad,
"You're crazy."
come out. You got to come out this time. A man's just been shot like a cannonball through our back. No, you're just being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. Oh, no, you've got to see it. You've got to see it. People love true crime. They're always the top in the podcast. I know Belle's a big fan. And Ben and I, we were thinking, gee whiz, wouldn't there be a great way to capitalise on this sort of passion that everyone seems to have? That's why we've got a new segment called What You Doing at the Courthouse. So yesterday, what we did after work is we just went down to the magistrate's court.
Yep.
And we found a few characters. We had our microphones, and we asked them what they were doing at the courthouse.
What you doing at the courthouse? What you doing at the courthouse?
Okay, so what you doing at the courthouse?
I've got a firearms charge, 3 firearms charges, and 5 shoplifting.
That sounds pretty serious. What happened with the gun?
My friend, actually, who I was living with, he ended up leaving and then lagged me in with a gun, which has been there for 15 years. Doesn't work. It's a replica, and he lagged me in. And then next thing, I had 6 decars and 2 dogs come and raid my bloody house for this gun.
So what sort of stuff did you steal?
Oh, just stupid things, mate. like CDs, DVDs, things like that. Just silly things,
What kind of DVDs did you flog?
Say like 24 with Jim Carrey. He's got the 24 numbers or whatever.
Oh yeah, 23 I think it is. That's a good one.
Max Payne. The Shield series. I've got a few of them ones too.
What you doing at the courthouse?
What are you doing at the courthouse today?
I'm trying to argue a walking in front of traffic fine, and it was given to us by a couple of cops in the city that like picking on me. It's a jaywalking charge or some kind of traffic offence, but it's basically just a bunch of cops trying to victimise me and raise revenue for themselves.
So whereabouts were you when you crossed the road?
I was in the city. There was no traffic lights around. This is my argument. There were no traffic lights. It's a busy place. I mean, you have to cross the road one way or the other.
Yeah, enjoy.
What you doing at the courthouse?
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Bianca and Deanside, how you doing?
Good morning. Welcome back.
Oh, hey, Bianca, we've been back for a week. Is this your first week listening back?
No, but it's my first week getting up early for work.
I
so
see.
guys.
Oh, well, welcome back to you as well. Thank you so much for calling through nice and early.
So, Bianca, how long did you get off work?
I had no time off work, but my husband had a month off, so I'd done afternoon shifts. So for me.
Smart. What do you do?
We're Coles online shoppers. I've got 3 people in the car right now, picking up all the kids before we go to work. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Okay, well, the Oscar nominations are out. Margot Robbie missed out for a nod for her role in Barbie, but the guy who played Ken got nominated. Who played Ken?
Oh, the sexy guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blonde one.
oh, shit.
Also in the Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
also
hang
in the
on,
Notebook.
one sec, guys.
No, you're okay. You can Google it.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, no, you definitely
At
Googled
least
it.
you're on the
Thanks for giving me time, guys.
Just give me 20
So I'm trying to hear from my good ear.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Hey, Australia's about to hit a population of 27 million. What is the most populated country in the world?
We'll go America.
Oh, it's not America.
Bianca, thanks for playing.
By a long shot. Braden in Essendon, most populated country in the world.
Is it China?
It's not China. That's a good answer, but there's one just a little bit more than China. Judy in Werribee, do you know the answer?
Japan.
Oh, no, Japan. No, Japan's just like a smaller country. A lot of people, but not Japan. It's like China's massive. Think of another country, lots and lots of people. Alison, do you know?
India?
It is India, and they're pretty fine margins. I think it's like 1.4 billion, and it's
India.
India. Here's the
India?
answer. Happy 38th birthday to Misha Barton. On which TV show did she play Marissa Cooper?
Home and away?
Oh, no, not Home and Away. Alison, you're still in the draw to go see Tay Tay.
She's in
You got your
Neighbours
voice on there.
now, so close.
True, yeah. Daniel in Mulgrave, do you know what Misha Barton was on?
Is it Neighbours?
No, no. It's not.
I don't think we've gone through this many callers for the 610 quiz
Misha
in
Barton,
a long time.
Come on, like such a famous name.
13, 24, 10. If you know these answers, give us a buzz.
Ben in Geelong, do you know?
The OC.
It's the OC, that's it. Hey, WWE Wrestling is coming to Netflix from next year. That's pretty cool. Who's your favourite WWE superstar?
Do you smell the
Who is that?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Oh, right.
Yeah, everyone knows The Rock. Are
Yeah.
you more of an Undertaker kind of gal?
Oh, yeah, you know me. Love him.
Undefeated at WrestleMania, baby.
Oh, really?
Until the end, yeah, and then he ended up losing, I think.
Ah,
But he had the longest winning streak ever at
it's all
WrestleMania.
fake anyway, so who cares? It's all orchestrated.
Well, the Boogeyman did have actual worms in his mouth, so you can't fake that.
There's
So-
one called the...
Yeah, there's one with the Boogeyman, and he used to
Nah.
come out from... So his entrance
Nah.
was he would come out from under the ring
That's-
because he was the
God.
Boogeyman.
Pretty
Under
crazy.
your bed.
Yeah, and then he put
wow.
worms in his mouth. That was his
Yeah,
finisher. His finisher was, I believe, he'd put worms in his mouth, and he would kiss his opponent, or
Pretty wild.
he'd just shove the worms in their mouth.
Who was that guy who spat the apple out? Carlito? Was that Carlito?
Apple?
Yeah, and his
Carlito?
video, like-
Yeah, thumbs
yeah,
up,
he
Carlito,
eats an
yeah.
apple and goes like, spits it
Yeah,
out. I didn't have Foxtel growing up, so I could only watch it very rarely with
At
my,
your friend's
with my
house.
friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we'd have a little wrestle on the bed.
Yep.
I still like to do that with my friends every now and then. Okay, last question here, Ben. Wrap this up for us. Scomo, he's quit politics. Can you finish these lyrics?
Take me to the April sun in Cuba.
Oh.
Brilliant, Benny. Hey, mate, just for getting your voice on air, you are in the draw to come to our corporate box for Taylor Swift, so we could be calling you on Friday. Even though it's a public holiday, we'll still be doing the show as per, so keep your phone on in the morning. You also get to pick the next song we play, sticking in the theme of Australiana, mid-2000s. Would you like to hear Knowlesy?
Or, Ben, would you like some Veronicas?
I was losing myself to somebody else, but now I see.
I saw the Veronicas at the cricket years ago, but you can never say no to Noel.
Yes. I like your style, Ben.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, lift your head. Come on, get up out of bed. Today's the day you hold the world with your song.
At the start of last week, I promised that this year was going to be my big year of little songs. So just going to do a little song sort of every single morning for the entire year.
I think a lot of people, Liam, thought that you would give up after day
did.
2 or 3.
Never. Never.
Didn't happen.
Yeah. I'll be laughing in their face in December, around
What-
December 15.
What are you going to sing about? Because so far you've just sung about doing the songs.
But Belle, that
you
for
can't
me,
do that all year.
That to me, Belle, is part of the fun. Is every morning when it's time for Liam's little song, I don't know where he's going to take
He
it.
has
I
no
do.
idea.
It's
He has
just
no
singing
way.
about it.
He's got no idea where it's going to go. And what are we now? Jeez. Yeah, we're at 8 little songs.
I ain't got nothing but material, babe. 5 songs a week. 8 little songs. Belle loves meat. 8 little songs. Our listeners clearly really care.
Good to get a bit of the Beatles on for some of the older audience.
Did you say Belle loves me?
I don't know if that's how you heard it. That's how you heard it. I mean, I never write the lyrics down.
No,
I
he
just sort of
said
freestyle
8 little songs a week. What did you hear?
Belle loves meat. Maybe you're thinking
Don't
of meat. Maybe you're just
gaslight
hungry.
me. Don't gaslight
Belle's
me.
got meat on her mind.
No, you know you said
I
it.
was singing about little songs, and all of a sudden you're saying you love meat, even though you claim to be a vegetarian. I don't know.
What
You're
the hell?
you're putting words into my mouth, Belle.
Most memorable Scomo moment. What is it for you? Because it was announced yesterday that he is hanging up. What do you wear?
The tie.
The tie.
The suit, the tie.
He's hanging up the suit
the
and
laptop.
tie, the
He's
glasses.
hanging up the little spectacles.
He is leaving politics. Scomo is leaving politics. So we'd love to know 132410 most memorable Scomo moment.
I mean, it's got to be the ukulele, surely.
Take me to the April sun in Cuba. Oh, take me to the April sun in Cuba. I can't remember the words.
That's right, because isn't he trying to get the kids to sing as well?
So
and
they're all
they-
sitting like in their like outdoor setting, and they're kind of like,
Was it on, am I crazy, or was it on 60
Yeah, it was
Minutes?
60 Minutes,
And
yeah.
Carl Stefanovic
Yeah.
was doing that. And it was like, so they were obviously like, yeah, like, Scomo, we're going to do this thing. You know, you're an everyday Australian dad. And
Yep.
then, is there a PR person with a clipboard behind the camera going, great, Scomo, keep it, they're gonna, the Australian public's going to love this? Or are they going, ooh, I don't know about that one.
In hindsight now, when you think about Scomo, I think we underestimated how many memorable
So many
moments he gave us. Henry joins us now in Blackrock. Good morning, Henry. What's your favourite or most memorable Scomo moment?
Hey guys, mine would have to be when he pile drives that little grade 4 kid on the rugby
that's
field.
right.
That's right.
Tackled the kid.
And the thing was,
Yeah.
when he tackled that kid, you'd think that, like, obviously a PR stunt, you'd think that they were playing, like, rugby or footy. They're playing soccer.
That's right. That's right. And he just sort of lost his footing and crushed the child. And then didn't the kid, he was getting a lot of media attention, and he did like a rap the next day. I'm pretty sure the kid was on like the Today Show or something like the next day, and he did a rap about getting tackled by the
Getting
Prime
crunched.
Minister.
Got dog walked by the PM. That is a great one, Henry. Thank you very much. Maggie joins us now. Good morning, Maggie. What is your most memorable Scomo moment?
Morning, guys. It would have to be that awful-looking chicken curry that he made and posted online.
That's coming
right.
back now. Yeah.
I'm just googling that one now. The problem with it was it's clearly raw chicken in there, isn't it? It's like maybe Scott does a thing where he chucks the chicken in raw, puts the sauce on, then he cooks it. I don't know. I don't know how he's done it, but he was posting the photo as if it was like, we're done here. Because
Yeah.
he was obviously so
That was played it up, wasn't it?
It was played it up.
Yeah.
It was played it up, and that chicken is raw. I'm not saying I'm a master chef, but I'm looking at that, and that's salmonella right there. Scomo moments, Sco moments,
Your Sco moments.
Scoments.
No, it's Sco moments.
Sco moments. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I was talking about the curry before, and we had a caller calling through. I actually have found the original post that Scott Morrison did when he posted the raw chicken curry. It says, nice to have a night at home with a classic Sri Lankan chicken korma. Strong curry, strong economy, strong future. Thanks, PM.
Ironically, it was
Yes.
not a strong curry.
Yeah, weak curry, uncooked chicken, sloppy economy, raw future.
Pretty telling.
I reckon probably when you think Sco moments, the most memorable one is probably this.
They know that, I don't hold a hose, mate.
Of course, the country was burning.
Yeah.
He was in Hawaii, and then he said, in his defense, he said, I don't hold a hose.
Which, that was great for the campaign for Albo, though, wasn't it? And we got that smashed into our heads.
Yeah.
That was like the whole Labor campaign was just like, we doesn't hold a hose. He wasn't there when you needed him. Brooke in Cranbourne, what's your favourite Sco moment?
It had to be when he got snubbed by the Fireys. I absolutely pissed myself laughing when he was trying to force handshakes with the locals.
Yes. So there was you mean when so once again, the country was burning, the guy had his hands to his side, Scomo went out for the handshake.
The firefighter,
The firefighter didn't want to shake his hand, and then Scomo grabbed his arm and put his hand in his hand.
Forced shake,
which is
smile for the photo, mate.
Yeah, God, that was a tough watch. Pete in Vermont, tell us your favourite.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Love the show as always.
Oh, thanks, Pete.
So my favourite Sco Mo moment, it's got to be when he's trying to show off his welding skills and he pulls the mask up as he's passing. That's a beauty, that one.
That was a ripper.
Oh, yeah, I've done this before plenty of times. Back on the tool.
Having the welder's mask is so that you don't look directly at the light.
That's right.
And he obviously thought, it's too dark, I'm going to lift it up so I can
These
get
glasses.
the TIG welder on there.
And he's sort of squinting at it like, that hurt. That felt like someone threw sand in my eyes. Probably because you should have had that giant protective mask on.
So it was like a WorkSafe ad.
Oh, Pete, that is a good one, mate. Thank you very much. Nikki joins us now. Good morning, Nikki. Please tell us, what's your favourite Sco moment?
My favourite moment was when he was doing a press conference out in front of somebody's house and the guy comes out and tells him to get off his effing lawn.
That's right. Because they're all standing on that random dude's lawn and then he comes out. I got the audio here.
10,000 Australians.
Can everyone get off the grass, please?
Sure. Let's just move back from there.
Hey, guys, I've just reseated that.
Please, off the thing.
Sorry, man. All good? That's all good.
Look, Nikki, that's such a good one. And I love how we are lucky enough to live in a relatively safe country. There are countries in the world where you could say a bad word about the leader and you'd be killed.
Yep.
Here, a guy can be like, "Oi, PM, can you piss off my lawn, please? I've literally just reseeded that." And then the PM's like, "Okay, I'm sorry.
Forgot how much of a coward and pushover Scomo sounds in that.
There wasn't much. All right, mate, we're nearly finished up here. You know, this is an important chat about the economy, or like, you know, the nation's on fire. It's like, okay, guys, we better get off the.
Get off the lawn.
Bring Rousseau. Everyone, stop.
Yep, if you didn't know, Belle is the love rat.
Yep. So every week we answer your love, sex, relationship questions. You can always hit us up in the DMs, however you want to get in touch. But I actually wanted to share something with you this morning that happened over the break, happened over our summer break to my friend. She matched with a guy on Tinder and he set his distance very long. He was in Albury and she was in Melbourne.
She must have had big distance though as well, right? Wouldn't she have to have it set?
No, you don't have to. From memory, I used to get people from ages away, and I was like, why is that? But because
This man's in South Africa. He's real keen.
Well, this guy was almost that keen. So he was in Albury, Wodonga. My mate's here in Melbourne, and they matched, started chatting. He drove from Albury to Melbourne overnight to come to her place to be with her the next day, to have a visit, and then drive home.
You up.
You up in 12 hours.
You want the donga? I'll be right over.
I can't. So she messaged me. She was like, "You'll never guess what just happened. This guy just came from Albury."
3.5 hour drive. That's avoiding tolls. So
yeah.
I suppose he could shave 15 off. That is a long trip, isn't it?
Yeah, so he made the trip. He only stayed for like 6 hours and then drove home because he had work.
Is it like a flourishing, lovely relationship?
No, she was like, nah.
It was sort of a quick thing.
Yeah.
I feel like you would use the tolls to get there, and then on the way home, you'd look at it and go, "Oh, I won't take the tolls to get
I'll take the
yeah.
Just get me there.
Have a few rest stops as
Just
well.
get me there as quick as
Just
possible.
get me there, and then I'm gonna be really ashamed and take the long way home on the way back. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
incredible. And
That's-
yeah,
yeah.
she was like, nah, not really into him. I'm just
Well,
far away.
I suppose with it's not like everyone's just meeting at the pub these days. So yeah, with dating apps, that does happen. People will sometimes go a very long way for a bit of a booty call.
Well, 13, 24, 10, how far did you travel to get some? How far did you travel to get some, or did someone travel to you, like for my mate? 13 24 10. If you give us a buzz and you get on air, you will be in the draw to come see Taylor Swift live in our corporate box.
Was there air travel involved? Potentially someone
If
was on a
someone
ship.
got on a plane,
I'd love if someone was on a vessel like the Spirit of Tasmania or something like that. Like, I'll be there. I'll be there in a day and a half.
13 24 10. How far did you travel to get some? Just
Fiona,
for a quick visit.
in Doveton. Were you the one doing the travelling or did someone travel for you?
No, it was my friend. He came from Elizabeth, South Australia, on a bus.
The Biff, the 5112.
Bus?
On a Greyhound.
No, it was a fly.
Firefly. Yeah.
Wasn't a Greyhound.
It wasn't a Greyhound. Yeah, because bus travel, that's all. So that's so, yeah, that's sort
And
of...
the windows closed
Mhm.
in Spencer Street, so you can't get tickets anymore. You have to fly back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
But
all worth it though?
oh mate, picked him up. Pulled over on the side of the road. Got a bit freaky. Got back on with the trip.
So the bus came straight here. You did the deed and then went home.
Righto.
Went home.
In the car.
And, yeah, in that car, yeah.
Yeah,
And, you wouldn't want to do that. Melbourne. Nah.
Yeah. Hey, Fiona, guess what? For sharing your story, you're in the draw to come see Taylor Swift with us in our corporate box.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, all right. Fingers crossed we see you there.
All right, we'll see you there.
See you, Fiona.
Let your boyfriend know if he can get the Greyhound over. Just keep it in
Not
the
the
car, right?
Greyhound.
Though. Not in the box. Not in the box. No, don't want to have to kick you out. Emily in Wonthaggi.
Hello.
G'day. How far did they travel to get some?
Newcastle.
Whoa. Drive or fly, Em?
Fly.
Wow. So who was it? Hang on, did they come here?
It was myself.
Oh, right. So you were the traveller, Em. Do you feel
Yeah,
like a
I was
little
the
bit guilty?
traveller. He paid, which was nice. Spoke for probably 3 months before I did.
Yeah.
And sort of had to have my location turned on so my sisters could track me.
Yeah,
Yep, smart. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, because that's a worry if someone's in Newcastle and they say, I'll pay for you to come
Had
here.
you met him before, Em?
No. So spoke for probably 3 months before I went there, and then still talking now.
That's good.
So I guess that was going to be my next
friend.
question, and was going to be, so you travelled to Newcastle. Was the trip worth it?
Absolutely.
Good. And
Yeah.
it's free.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it feels very much like something like a rapper would do, like send out a jet for. I mean, I'm sure it was Jetstar, but you know what I mean? It does feel
Still
pretty...
a jet, technically.
It's still a jet, technically. Yeah, it's like 7 kilos of luggage, but it still feels kind of baller to be like, don't worry, I'll get that for you. Michael in Cranbourne, tell us, were you the one travelling? Did someone else travel for you?
No, I was the one actually travelling, yeah. I travelled all the way to Townsville in Queensland.
No.
So that's pretty high up. When we're in Melbourne, that's pretty high up.
Who was it, Michael?
So I met this girl playing Fortnite online. Yeah, we kicked it off, and I decided I really wanted to meet this girl.
So obviously,
And
for
it
those-
wasn't-
for
it
those that
wasn't
don't
just-
know, Michael, when you're playing Fortnite, unless there's cameras involved, you can hear their voice, but you can't see them. So did you?
No, you can't see them.
Did you
So we
purely
were
go up
just
there,
playing, vibing. No, then we added each other on Facebook, and we just continued talking, and then we really liked each other. So it wasn't just going up there for that, but it was more I wanted to meet this girl because we really liked each other, and now we're still talking and getting along really well. And
Who has the better KD ratio on Fortnite?
She does. 100%, yeah.
Do you give each other like Fortnite sledges? Are you like, you're literally dog water, 0 XP, 0 kills?
No, she carries me.
I'm loving this game.
Oh,
the chat.
dude, all the Fortnite kids like, this is the best video show ever. Like waffles, guys.
I'm gonna crack a bottle of Prime.
Well, I hope they're not listening because we're literally talking about how far did you travel to get some on 13 24 10 Dash in Southbank. Good morning. How far did you travel to get some?
Hi, I've got to be a bit quiet. I'm in hospital now.
Are you okay?
Are you okay or you work in hospital?
Oh, no, I work here.
Oh, okay. Okay, Dash, what happened?
Yeah, so I met with a guy as I left the UK just before COVID, and we kept talking, and he was booking a flight to fly over. COVID happened, Then during COVID, I got a flight over to the UK, spent 4 days, had an awesome 40th, and came home.
Whoa.
Right, so you've gone to the other side of the world for a D appointment.
Yep.
I can see why you're talking so quietly at work. You don't want your colleagues to hear that, Tash. But thank you so much for your call. You are in the draw to go see Tay-Tay in our box as well.
Louise in Lilydale joins us now. Good morning, Louise. How far did you travel?
Good morning. I travelled to Scotland.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Louise, where was this person? Like, where'd you meet? How long did you stay there for?
So my family's Scottish, and we met through them when I was a teenager. We kind of hit it off, spoke long distance for many years. And then I was obviously in a serious relationship, and then that ended, and I thought, that's it. I'm going over there to actually explore this and see how it goes.
Get a nice Scottish
Why
man.
not? I mean, you know, you fly sort of, say, 25, 26 hours over there, a bit of jet lag,
Yeah.
you get off the plane, I don't know, did you fly into Glasgow, into Edinburgh? Where'd you fly into?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh,
yep.
right. So you get off the plane, you're
I actually
there.
convinced one of my best friends to come with me.
Awesome. So she's come along for the trip. It's not
yeah,
cheap.
I set her up with someone.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Let's
Yeah.
just say she had a better time than I did.
Oh.
What happened?
So it was just terrible.
Oh.
We
So
got the
he
removed
was
hotel
terrible?
and everything. Yeah, pretty much.
Was he a bit like that Austin Powers character, Fat Bastard? Like, oh, do you find me sexy?
He was a little bit opposite, but look, it was a bit of a dud. Let's be honest.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, I'm glad glad your friend had a good time at least.
She did. Yeah, I gave her a winner, and I took the bad one.
Yeah, and you've got a long layover in Singapore to think about that one and think about all your choices and what you could have spent your money on. But anyway, thanks for your call, Louise. Hey, it could get you along Taylor Swift in the corporate box.
I don't know. Maybe I'm living in 2008, but when I think about Australia's population, I think 24 million. Like if I was on
24, 100%.
Yeah, if I was on a game show and they said population of Australia, I'd say 24 million. Turns out we're actually about to hit 27 million. I think we're way ahead of expectations as well. Belle, I believe you've got the live update.
Yeah, so I've got the live population clock in front of me, which I didn't know existed.
Do you think there's someone on the phone at the hospital? Like every time there's a baby, they're like, "Oh, I'm not on the tally."
No, so-
And so, guys, it's about to get up. We've had 3 deaths. Sorry, guys.
No,
Just gonna have to
take it off.
wait for a couple more babies.
Not.
Yep.
I thought it was like, oh, okay, so it gets registered like electronically. It's like, all right, there's been 2 deaths and 3 births or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and it does it electronically. But no, it's like it's just an estimate. And
So you're
how
telling me
they-
there's not a man with an abacus somewhere?
I was thinking big abacus too,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
how they count it though is on average there's a birth every 1 minute and 42 seconds and a death every 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Oh, so they work off averages.
There's one person arriving to live in Australia every 45 seconds.
Interesting.
And so get this, an overall total population increase of 1 person every 50 seconds. Every
So
50
since
seconds
we've been
there's a birth.
talking, there's a birth.
Correct. And
Wow.
then there's
Congratulations to whoever that is, by the way, because
Congratulations.
statistically they could be listening. They could be in Melbourne. We're a big
It's
population here.
never ever going down. It's never going backwards. Every 50 seconds we're gaining another. So right now the current population clock 26,999,384.
Belle,
Close.
Hashtag we are the virus. Am I right?
Can we I'm not going to do it now.
Nature was
but
healing, remember?
We would be able to do the maths on that and roughly work out when we're going to hit 27.
Can we speak to the 27th millionth baby?
Yes.
Or the parents of the. That'd be a crap
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good on you.
Yeah.
Well, I've just refreshed it. It's gone up by 1.
Oh,
so
there you
here we
go.
There you go. We're getting closer.
Well, it's just every minute.
Maybe that means this talk break's gone too long.
I think so. Yeah, now there's been a death.
Nobody died.
Now there's been a death. Someone's died listening to this. Djokovic came out last week and was talking about this tree that he's in love with in the Botanic Gardens, and everyone was like, "Oh, like where is it? Like reveal. Tell us your secrets. Is it is it why he's winning so much and is so hard to beat? Maybe he's got the powers of the tree."
And when he says he loves this tree, we're not saying like, oh, there's a tree he likes to sit under. Like he was talking about how he loves its roots and he likes to climb it and touch it and be with it.
And he's been like visiting the tree for the last 15 years, like every time he comes to Melbourne. Kyrgios had a chat with him on the court yesterday, and he asked him more about the tree.
So I know there's a tree that you go to and you hug and I don't know what you do. Can you just show me which tree that is? Because I'm sick of you winning and I just want to come back maybe once and beat you one time.
I'll show you the tree, but you can't tell anyone. So what you got to do is take off your shoes, climb the tree, the highest point, and hang upside down for 33 minutes and 3 seconds. And you're going to win a slam.
He's taking the piss. Like, he's having a go at him.
Everyone laughs. I think he's being serious.
Yeah.
I think that's something that the Joker
it's
would
like,
do.
ha, 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 ha. Imagine if he was
die.
just like super dry and he actually goes out there at night and you're like, is that a big bat? And you're like, oh no, that's Novak Djokovic. He's like, and he's got his Apple Watch on. He's just timing out 33 minutes and 33
you'd
seconds.
die. You'd pass out. I think he's honestly.
I don't think you would
nah.
die if you were hanging upside down.
33 minutes upside down.
You would not die.
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh my God, no, you couldn't.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't
No.
die. Even if you passed out, you wouldn't die.
You know what we're doing after the show today? Gonna hang you guys upside down for 30 minutes.
Journey to the top of the globe and win a trip to the Arctic thanks to IMAX Melbourne, Quark Expeditions and Finnair. Ben, Liam and Belle's Ice Pick for Arctic.
We're sending one of you to the Arctic. 10 days aboard the Spitsbergen Explorer. You got spending money, you got return flights. Kayla and Coburg, you a bit of an explorer. Have you always wanted to go and see some polar bears, penguins?
Yes, I literally am so excited about this trip. I literally woke up at 4 a.m. waiting for you guys to call me.
Oh my God.
Awesome. So you've obviously done the right thing. You've registered via the Nova Play. That's how we got your deets.
Uh-huh. Were you dreaming last night of the Spitsbergen?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so you've just got to tell us a cool story. Go for it.
So I used to live in New Zealand on a coastline, and our local community page let us know that there were some whales down at the beach.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, to my family, we all got in the car, which was the first. They never come to see the animals.
Mm-hmm.
And we go down the beach, and literally less than 5 meters from shore, like they were so close, was a little pod of orcas. It was mum, dad, we're assuming, and a little baby, and they were swimming so close to us. Like we could see their scars and everything.
Whoa.
And little baby starts putting on a show. It's jumping around. It's coming in and out of the water. It's doing everything. It's amazing.
Kayla,
Cool story.
Are you sure they weren't beached? It sounds like the baby was sort of flipping around there.
I think when you say they were 5 meters away, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like maybe you were on like a cliffy beach and then they were down in the deep water. They wouldn't have been beached.
Yeah. It was one of those beaches that, like, when you go more than a meter in, it's like deep.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
I mean, and that's a pretty cool story. Like, if you've come to work after that and said, I saw, 4 orcas this morning, so close I saw their scars, you'd go, that's pretty cool.
The
And
other-
I like how you are, like, clearly an animal fan.
That's what I was going to say, Liam. So I like that Kayla obviously appreciates animals. So if she goes to the Arctic, she's going to appreciate the polar bears.
It's not like she's going to, throw rubbish overboard or something like that.
But there is another cool story coming inbound, and we have to decide who's got the cooler story.
Jess in Melton. Give us your cool story, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Very good.
That's good. So I'm originally from South Africa, and over there when we were living there, we went on a safari, and let's just say we came too close to a rhino, and eventually it ended up with us running up a tree and running away from it because we got too close.
You got chased by a rhino.
Tree.
Yeah. So, look, over there you got to be careful because sometimes you can get a bit close. But my dad's actually got it on videotape. We literally got a bit too close, and all you saw was him like drop the camera and start running, and we had to go straight up a tree.
So you actually went up the tree, and was it down the bottom of the tree waiting, or what did you have to do?
Yeah, basically. So, look, we got too close, and this rhino decided, you're a bit too close, and started running, and it sounded like galloping horses coming towards us.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, look, run. Just run and go up the tree that you can actually get up and stay there until...
Jeez, thank you, Jess.
That's horrifying.
It's a cool story.
It's a very cool story.
Two cool stories.
Yeah.
Only
Both
one.
nature related.
That's it. Two animal lovers. Look, I think I'm going to give the cool story to Kayla this morning.
Really?
The whales.
The whales. Well, I mean, hey, you guys got to vote as well.
I don't know. If I came to work and said a rhino chased me, I think you'd probably...
Well, that's rhino for you, Belle. That means Ben gets the deciding vote.
Oh, that's not fair.
We got our votes in early. Either Jess or Kayla are going to hate you and you alone, Ben. It's all on you, my friend.
And just a reminder, whoever gets this, you are then you're a finalist for then the decision on Friday.
You'll be heading in to the final.
I think because it was a cool story, and I feel like she demonstrated a fierce love of animals. Let's put Kayla in the draw to go to the Arctic. Congrats, Kayla.
Oh my God, my heart is beating so hard right now.
Oh, good on you, Kayla. We loved your whale story.
Congratulations, Kayla. Thank you so much. And
Oh my God, thank you.
sorry, Jess. Yeah, you can send your hate mail to benharvey@nova100.com. But you're still in the draw for Taylor Swift. So that's pretty good.
The rhinos were a cool story.
Oh, don't try and justify it now, mate. I mean, you're the one who stripped the Arctic adventure away from that girl. It was a dream.
If you want to go to the Arctic, make sure you register with your cool story, novafm.com.au. We'll call you back and you can be on the show tomorrow telling us the story.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.